Hi folks, welcome back. As you can see, I've been having a bit of a cleaning day. So yeah, split the parts washer up and I've been cleaning the air intake. It was one hell of a mess, as you can see by the colour of the parts washer. So as you can see, most of the stuff's gone. The torque converter's back on, the flywheel's back on and torqued up. I've got the fuel rail back on, the injectors all torqued up, all ready to go. Alternator back on, the pulleys to accept the drive belt, so I'll leave that off until we put it in the car. You see dipstick back in, and the dog in to have a nosy. I say when I finish cleaning that up, the wheels are going into the refurbers tomorrow, and then I can get the gearbox over and give that a clean up, ready for fitting. Kevin, my mate's going to come and give me another lift on Monday night, so we can get the gearbox lifted. That's all the rest of the stuff, that's the front end of the car, just all waiting to be cleaned up. That's the box of stuff that we basically took off the car and replaced. I've got some new drop links to go on, because when we're taking them off, one of the drop links was tossed as well. So yeah, that's all the scrap crap. We're just keeping it there so we know what we've changed and what we've not changed. So onward and upward. That's it. Later on, cleaned up, everything clean again, new washers on, ready to be fitted. Huge difference. There's a huge difference just to the weight of it. So yeah, massive difference. So anyway, let's get it back on the engine. Only 5 bolts in it. So I was really surprised with the amount of gunk, because you're thinking it's an air intake, it should be relatively clean, but then it's this exhaust gas recirculating setup that gives you the hassle. That's where all the muck comes from, so I'm told. Still don't understand how it works, but hey ho, I'm a plumber. Never mind. So yeah, back on. Just wind them in, finger tightening out, and then I've got the torque wrench on them. So yeah, it's been quite a productive couple of nights. Torque wrench on it. They're pretty low again, 10 Newton meters again. So get him sorted, and it's another job out the road, innit? But it was so once you start seeing the stuff coming off the table, you realise how much you actually took off the engine and how much you put back on again. So that's basically all the intake side all back together, other than the wiring loom. But I can't put the wiring loom in until I put the gearbox on. So next mission is the exhaust side. I've got the EGR cooler and the turbo manifold and the exhaust manifold, and all the heat shields all to go back on as well. So that'll be another sort of a remembering what's what and what went where, and it's all pretty much self-explanatory, but it looks more complicated than it actually is, and it was a few months ago when we took it apart. So it's so there we go, all torqued up, ready to rock and roll. Couple of little sensors that we took off while cleaning this air intake, so just whip them back on. Just 2 torque screws that hold them on, one in each. big one at the front just clips into a little plastic clip, and then a Torx screw at the top. And there wasn't a Torx setting for, well, I couldn't find a Torx setting for them. It's probably only about 5 Newton meters anyway, so basically just made them finger tight and give them a nip with the torque wrench. The torque wrench still set at 10 anyway, so it won't be, I don't see it being any different to the bolts that are holding it. It's into the same plastic, it's into the same. So as I say, I'm just sort of getting it tight and then a flat nip sort of thing. You find so got the engine over, the gearbox over. The wheels are in now with the wheel refurbisher, which is a neighbour of mine's. Him and his son have just set up a new business. So Diamond Cut Wheels Blackpool. So they're looking after the wheels for me. So dropped them in this afternoon on my way back from work. So left them to do them at their leisure because I'm in no rush for them. So as you can see, I'm just gunk engine cleaner, because we somehow managed to spill a load of oil over the top of the gearbox. I don't know what happened. I can't remember whether we dropped the bucket over it or something, but it was covered in oil. So I just thought I'd get that off before we put it back on again. It's my OCD kicking in. I don't like dirty things. So just giving that a quick spruce up. Really just this outside edge, so that when we go to make the gearbox back to the engine, that there's no grease and oils there, because obviously I'll be putting a bit of sort of gasket weld or whatever around it. I'll be doing the same stuff as we've done with practically everything else. So I just didn't want obviously any oil residue to contaminate the silicone, because obviously it won't stick to it. So it was really just to give that a clean up more than anything. And plus, as I say, my OCD kicking and I don't like dirty shit. So same again, once we get it all together and all the sensors are hooked up, and I'll probably give the actual casing a blast with jet wash before I actually drop it in the car. Because again, I just like things to look right. I think I like things to look clean. So yeah, as I say, it's not bad stuff for what it is. As I say, it takes very little effort. Quick brush just to agitate it really, and it dissolves most of the muck and crap. I mean, obviously if I wanted to go to town, I could get a little wire brush and wire brush the mating surfaces or whatever, but I don't want to actually damage the mating surfaces. I may give them a quick flick round with a bit of 2000 wet and dry, just to take any little nibs, any little imperfections in the metal. So, but yeah, again, quite pleased with what we've got done. As I say, mate Kev's coming Monday night, I think, and we'll get the gearbox mated back to the engine, and maybe get the exhaust manifolds and all that stuff back on. And then the next major mission is the wiring loom, putting all that back together again and plugging it in. So if I remember where all the routes that cables took and what plugs go where. So yeah, but anyway, it's looking not bad. Wee quick spruce up, wee quick clean up. That's ready. That's all the oil gotten rid of. So yeah, it's ready to go on the Monday night. Looking good. So yeah, as I say, engine's more or less all back together except the exhaust side. get the two mated together, and then start to put the exhaust side back together again then, because that's going to be the next sort of a tricky mission. And the blue box here under the car, we've got the exhaust, the turbo, and various bits and pieces, all the bolts for the heat shield for the turbo and the exhaust. There's like 4 heat shields there, which all go back together. Fuel filter, air filter over in the corner there. So we've got everything to go, and that's it. So I hope you liked the wee video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and stay safe out there, people. Ta-ra for now.